The best thing you can do to help you make that decision is to quit thinking about it. I'm serious. Today, we're diving into how you are shooting yourself in the foot by stopping the momentum with thinking about what you should do. Let's get into it. Welcome to Star Potential, a podcast where we explore the meaning of our existence while having a few laughs and sometimes tears through stories from the road of life. I'm your host, Julie Jo Hughes. As a stage performer, my life is quite literally about song and dance. I believe that life here on Earth is a playground for discovery, not a contest to be won. We ask questions together like, how do I evolve my consciousness? And how do you sing a passionate ballad when there's an old guy in the front row with his balls showing? True story. Stick around for these fun conversations. Welcome back to Star Potential. I'm your host, Julie Jo. And today, Overthinkers unite. I really feel like this is an area I am super qualified to talk to you about. I have shot myself in the foot so many times by overthinking what I should do. So many times an energy or a momentum of something is coming to me and I'm not quite sure what's the right thing to do. And I spend so much time worrying about making the wrong decision that a lot of times I don't make any decision at all. This shows up in the form of thank you notes being found half-written and unsent 5 years later. That's not an exaggeration. It comes in the form of a great opportunity happening, but I'm not sure how to take it without hurting someone's feelings or something, so I just don't answer the person. It's not intentional. I just get so caught up in the thinking of it that life moves on. The energy, the momentum of life just keeps moving, whether we're making our decisions or not. And stuff just gets away. And then I have to embarrassingly come back and say, I don't think I ever resolved this. Sorry about that. So let's talk about this concept a little bit today. My husband Branislav and I were talking about this week. We were actually applying it to a breathing concept during meditation, but I was trying to do a visualization exercise, and I told him sometimes I feel like I'm holding the breath at a certain point, and he admitted that he has the same issue sometimes. And so we talked about a concept where when we're taking the breath in, we're breathing up, up, up. It's like we're pulling the air up from the ground, up through all the chakras. But instead of holding at the top, we envision the air and the energy just floating on up into the ethers, like never ending. And we go ahead and exhale when we feel the need to exhale, but the energy might be still going up. And there's another flow of energy that's circulating down. But in this way, we're not stopping the momentum. We're not stopping the flow. And as we had this conversation, I realized I'm doing this in a lot of areas of my life. Branislav had a great metaphor where he said, think of the follow through. It's like if I were pitching a ball, throwing a ball to you, I'm winding up from here. I'm not stopping here. You can't see me, sorry. I'm not stopping midair when I release the ball. The hand or the arm travels all the way on around, even though we're letting go of the ball up high, because that momentum, that follow through is what allows the ball to travel even further, right? Same concept in bowling. Everybody has their own bowling technique. But it's so fun to see how different people carry out this idea of the momentum of the bowling ball. You don't just let it go and stop your body right there. For one thing, the ball is heavy, right? And so the ball kind of carries you on forward. Your arm comes forward, your leg often comes back to offset the balance. And this is what we naturally do in the rhythm, in the flow of things. So why are we stopping ourselves when it comes to the momentum of life, when it comes to decision making? You're doing the same thing. Do you see how there's a buildup, and it's like, excitement is rising, and then you're cock blocking the energy of it by getting stuck in making the decision. So there's a couple different things that have helped me. The first thing that you need to do is take action. And you're going, but I don't know what's the right action to take. Get that out of your head. The first thing that you have to realize is that action will get you unstuck from thinking in your head. So here's the fun part. The action doesn't necessarily have to be related to the decision you're making. So something comes up, you're trying to decide what to do about it, you start getting lost in the pros and cons. I'm not sure what to do. One great thing you can always do, go for a walk. I do some of my best decision making when I'm out walking the dog because it just changes up the scenery. It changes up the stuck energy that you're starting to let build up, and you can't move forward with the momentum because you're like, what should I do about this decision? Go do something else. And often something will just flow on through because you're moving with the rhythm of life. Oh, I needed to go ahead and take care of this thing or go ahead and take care of this thing. It comes to you what you should do. My son has a great phrase that he likes to call shower thoughts. And I think it's just his. Now, don't go dirty with that. Some of you might have different kind of shower thoughts, but he's 10. So his shower thoughts so far, as far as I know, are kind of his deep thoughts by Jack Handy. Now it's just getting worse, isn't it? But when he's thinking about something or something is on his mind, he goes and takes a shower and he has that alone time. It's kind of his meditation in a way. And when he comes back, it's like he's got a clear perspective. He knows what to do. But the thing is, he's taking action. He's doing something different that disturbs that stuck energy and puts him in the flow of energy again. And now suddenly it just kind of comes to him. He knows what to do. Here's another thing you can do. Talk it out in one way or another. So what I often do is I let thoughts get stuck circulating in my head. And when I do that, I get totally stuck up there. I get totally stuck in my mind. When I talk it out, I definitely am an external processor. I'm working on it. But when I externally process, either by running it by a friend or writing it down in a journal or some kind of thing like this, it helps me to kind of see the thoughts with perspective. And suddenly, I know exactly what I want to do. And here's the funny thing. Even though I always think I want someone else's opinion to help me make the decision, let's be honest with ourselves. A lot of times it's just to hear our own thoughts out loud. And when we do that, that inner knowledge, that inner wisdom that you have, it already has the answer. You just needed to hear it. You needed to bounce it off of someone. And often, when they give you their opinion or advice about what you should do, you'll naturally have a feeling from that. Either it feels like, no, that's really not what I was hoping you would say. Oh, there you go. There's your answer. Or you feel, yeah, I feel so validated. That's what I was thinking too. Well, there you go. That's your answer too. But either way, it didn't really come from the other person. Came from you, right? Another way, going back to number one, another thing you can do to just take action is exercise. So we talked about walking outside, but sometimes really getting yourself involved in a task, that can even be like sweeping the garage, right? But you do that and your mind goes into a different place. And now suddenly you're able to see the thought and the decision differently. Now, the third tip I want to give you is to do a little visualization. So picture yourself, let's say you're down to two options. You're weighing a decision, right? Get yourself in a quiet mind space. This can be done in a few seconds, okay? It doesn't have to be I got to carve out 30 minutes to do this visualization. No, just freaking take a few breaths, close your eyes, envision the first decision, but really visualize. How do you feel? What do you see? What do you smell? Tap into your five senses in that visualization. Really see yourself making the first decision and really put yourself there. Imagine it's already done. How does that feel? Okay, now take a few cleansing breaths and now imagine the other scenario. Feel all the senses that go along with it. Imagine it's already done. You've already made that decision. Now check in. How does that feel in your body? That's your heart speaking to you. So do you see? The way to get out of your head is always through your heart. And sometimes we have to trick the mind in order to get down into the heart. It's like, oh, no mind, I'm still letting you take the reins. I'm just taking the dog for a walk. That's all. Come on, let's go. And as you're taking the dog for the walk, and the mind is like, oh, this is such a great time. The heart is like, hey, psst. And you're like, oh, thank you so much. And the mind is like, huh? Wait, did I just hear a thought? And you're like, yeah, that was totally you. That was totally you. And the mind goes, yes, I know exactly what to do. I'm so smart. You don't have to tell the mind that it wasn't actually his idea, okay? This is just between you and the heart, because that's where all your wisdom is. So to recap, you are stopping the flow of things from just happening for you because you're thinking about what you should do. You already know. Stop thinking about it. If you need to sleep on it, okay, do that. Because sometimes it can be, we're just in a weird, energetic place, right? Like we've had a weird day. We're not in the place to make that decision. Or sometimes we're letting our emotions really affect us. Like maybe somebody triggered us. And this is a big recommendation I have for you. Do not reply to emails and text messages and things where you're not face to face when you are in a heightened state of emotion. That is just not the time to do that. First of all, it's not your heart speaking, it's your ego defending something. And that's not the real you. That's just your persona, your identification that you've taken on. And even though you think it might temporarily make you feel better in the long run, it's not. It's actually just a sign of weakness that you need to respond right away. Okay? So take a breath. Sometimes you do need to sleep on it. Sometimes you need to go outside or something to get yourself in a different frame of mind. It clears the fog. Now you can see clearly. So that could be taking a little bit of time, but really number one was all about distracting the brain with some other task or activity that just breaks that line of thinking. But while that momentum is still rolling, that's the time to take action. Things don't happen in the universe based on time. They happen based on when things are an energetic match. So things can happen instantly in the quantum field. It's not about what your mind can conceive of how long something might take. Let's say you have a dream and you're trying to think how to get there. Stop that. You're totally killing it. You're killing the dream. You're killing him. That's what Elliot from E.T. says, right? But you're killing it. Stop it. If you get a dream or some kind of inspiration, let it go. Let it fly. That's what I mean. Catch the ball, throw it back in one way or another. Take the action you can today, because if you sit and you think about how can I make this happen, you're killing it. You're totally ruining it. And I've done this to myself so many times. What you have to do is take action. Keep moving through it. If you don't know what you're doing, even better, because when you take the first step of action, it'll give you some kind of feedback. You'll either realize, oh, whoops, I'm going in the wrong direction, and then you'll know the right way to go. Or you'll go, oh yeah, this feels right. Okay, things are happening, and you'll keep moving forward. But you know what gets you nowhere? Thinking about it, not making a step, not doing anything. In that way, you're going to find yourself in the same spot 5 years later. Okay, so the first one was to take some action, get out of that energetic realm that you're in. The second one was run it by a friend, speak it out loud, write it down, because you really just need to hear your own thoughts anyway, and then you'll get some kind of a feeling as to where you're naturally wanting to go. And number 3 was a visualization exercise. So visualize yourself with all 5 senses of it already being done, the decision already being made, and then take stock. How do you feel? in your body. But really pay attention to the five senses. What's going on? What's going on in your sixth sense? What's going on inside your body? How are you feeling about that decision? Then clear the space, take a few breaths. Remember, this can all be done in a matter of like 2 minutes. And imagine the second scenario or the third, however many possibilities you're considering. Put yourself completely there. Imagine it already done. How do you feel? And this will also give you feedback. All three of these things are going to get you out of your head and into your heart, because the worst thing you could do is use your ego, your thinking brain, the one that is so small and can only see the world in its little parameters, to allow that guy to make the decision. That's what you're doing wrong. Okay, so we want to keep the energy flowing. We want to go with the rhythm of life, because every time you get lost in your thinking and trying to do the right one, pick the right decision, you are stopping the momentum. And that great energy that you had flowing that brought the decision to you in the first place is now dead. You've killed it. So now it doesn't really matter what decision you make, because by the time you make it, that energy that it came with is probably already gone. And now the outcome of your decision is actually going to unfold differently with less impact, because you didn't do it. You didn't strike while the iron was hot. You didn't do it while the wave was rushing in. You waited until it already petered out, and then you tried to make a decision based on the energy it came with, which now is no longer there. So I hope these were some metaphors that helped you today. As always, I would love to hear your feedback, what you took away from this, and maybe something you use yourself that would be helpful to share with the rest of us. So have a good one, and we'll see you next time. Thank you for tuning into Star Potential with Julie Jo Hughes. If this episode resonates with you, I invite you to take 2 seconds, scroll down and click 5 stars on the rating. It's a fast and easy way to help the show gain exposure and momentum. If you're loving the show, I invite you to leave a quick review about what you love. Reviews are like gold to podcasters. And to show my gratitude, you'll be entered to win my monthly giveaway when you send me a screenshot of your review. I also made you a gift. It's a 9-minute simple gratitude meditation with singing to help you practice mindfulness. Just visit me on Instagram at @TheJulieJo or find the link in the show notes. Thank you for your love and support. Until next time, keep shining your light. And that's a wrap.